So as someone who's been playing Honkai Star Rail every single day since it released, 100% free to play, I know a little bit about managing my resources properly. And yes, if it's your first time here, I play a lot of Genshin Impact. Like a lot. Like too much. Anywho, I'm just trying to say I've got tons of experience progressing accounts in Hoyoverse games because Genshin and Star Rail's progression system is very similar. Leveling up in gacha games and knowing where to spend your stamina, resin, or in Star Rail's case, your Trailblaze power is a very important thing. Nothing feels worse in a gacha game than wasting your time-gated, limited resource on things that aren't gonna help you or might even set you back. So I am here to help with that. From Trailblazer level 0 all the way to the late game, this is what you should be spending your Trailblazer power on and all your other valuable resources on in Honkai Star Rail. Super quick, I'm gonna go over all the terminology in this video. First, your Trailblaze level. It is pretty much the level of your account, and it's going to go up whenever you do pretty much anything, your daily quest, story quest, or spending your Trailblaze power. By the way, don't forget to claim your rewards every time you go up a Trailblazer level from Pom Pom. Trailblaze power is your limited energy resource that every single gacha game has. It recuperates over time. You get 1 Trailblaze power every 6 minutes. It has a cap of 180. You have to spend your Trailblaze power to get drops that will help you level up your characters, ascend their level, their light cones, their traces, and their relics. Relics are the gear system of Genshin Impact. It's the items that are gonna help you make your characters even stronger. We'll get to them later. When your equilibrium level raises, 2 different things are gonna happen. 1, all the monsters across the whole map of Star Rail, their level is going to go up, making them more difficult, and you'll be able to take on higher difficulty challenges for all the boss fights, calyxes, etc., which is a good thing because they are going to just drop better loot, higher quality stuff for your characters. You always want to do your quest ASAP and then spend your Trailblaze power after you've leveled up because the higher equilibrium level, the better drops you're gonna get. And the second thing that happens is the level cap of your character, their light cones and their traces will go up, meaning you can make your character stronger. The equilibrium level breakdowns are as follows. At level 20, it increases to level 1. Level 30 is equilibrium 2, 40 is equilibrium 3, 50 is 4, 60 is 5, and the future is unknown past that point. Even the turbo whales aren't there yet. My first piece of advice for being this early in the game is choose your 4 favorite characters you want to level up and focus on them. Whether they're your favorite or they're your strongest, I don't care. Play how you want, choose 4 and focus on them. You do not want to spread yourself too thin by leveling up multiple characters. I know it's pretty fun to mix and match and level up all your characters, but you'd rather have 4 great characters that are going to do work for you than have a bunch of mediocre ones. For equilibrium level 1 and lower, you should 100% be using your Trailblaze power on getting your 4 characters that you've chosen, their character levels to the max, and their light cones to the max that they can possibly be right now, which you might even be able to do with just the free materials you're gonna get throughout the game without spending any of your Trailblaze power. And if they are leveled up, you should be using your Trailblaze power on traces. So trace materials are found in Crimson Calyxes. You can find them by clicking here, and these are extremely important, your traces. Leveling these things up are permanent, guaranteed damage increase stat boosts to your characters. Level up my skill, my ultimate, my talent, etc. These are guaranteed 100%. You should be doing these at all times. As for relics, you're gonna be getting random 2 and 3 star relics just all the time from opening up chests, beating certain bosses, etc. You should be leveling them up to hold you over. They're gonna give you flat stats for your characters that are gonna help a lot in the early game. So just level up the ones that you are given, but do not spend any of your Trailblaze power on the Caverns of Corrosion that give you relics. If you do manage to max out 4 characters before Equilibrium 2, you can focus on, some more characters, or you can just get ahead on trace materials. So at level 30, you will be equilibrium level 2, and you're gonna stay here until level 40. It's gonna be most of the same stuff: light cones, character levels, and traces. But one big thing, guys, do not be afraid to spend your power on EXP books, weapon EXP, and credits. These are all extremely valuable resources that you're gonna need. So if you need a little bit extra, don't worry about spending your power, just do it. So this is where things are gonna differ a little bit. The game is going to get harder, especially if you are doing things like the simulated universe and the Forgotten Hall, which are extremely fun and you should do them for rewards. It's gonna get harder. You're going to need more elements, more classes, more characters to be able to beat this content. Characters like March, Dan, Asta, Natasha, Serval, and the Trailblazer, they are all really strong, great characters, trust me, and they're completely free to play. This is a game where the free to play characters are actually really strong and worth investing into, unlike some other games I might play. So I, as a complete free to play, was able to max out 6 characters before Equilibrium level 3. I mean, their levels, their traces, their light cones, everything. And then the last 2, I think it was Asta and Serval, they were still really close behind. Their levels were up, their light cones were up, and their traces just needed a little bit more work. So just by following this, your characters are gonna be good. But once again, do not farm relics yet with your power. We're gonna get to it. So welcome to Equilibrium level 3, where not only do you unlock the relic crafting system, but whenever you do a Cavern of Corrosion and spend your Trailblaze power for relics, you are guaranteed 1 5-star relic. Now, does it mean it's open season to finally start farming relics? I wouldn't say yes 100%. Let me break it down like this. If you're dropping bans on this game, don't care, and got a ton of resources, rules don't apply to those with a lot of money in life. So do whatever you want. But if you're a low spender, or you just get the battle pass and the $5 pass, you can for sure start farming some relics here. But I just want to say very clearly, do not neglect your character levels, your traces, and your light cones. You still have to do those. If you go all in on relics right now, it's gonna take a ton of EXP and credits to level up those relics, which you might not even have. The relics could just be absolute dog water and a waste of your time, and it's going to completely set back your character progression on their levels, traces, light cones if you don't level those up first. Because once again, the light cone stats, the character stats, and the trace stats are 100% guaranteed permanent buffs to your characters. This is what I personally recommend and what I'm going to be doing on my account, which is once again free to play. I'm going to be focusing on the light cones, traces, and character levels of my DPS characters right now first, which are Zila, Dan Hung, and Serval, while occasionally spending some Trailblaze power maybe once or twice a week on getting relics for them. I'm thinking of doing artifact farm Fridays over on my stream, where I stream all the time doing Star Rail, Genshin, and other fun stuff. So you guys should follow and come through. I promise you will have a warm welcome and you will love the stream. But yeah, I recommend sparingly farming relics until your next Equilibrium level. It's gonna help you not bottleneck the progression of all your characters' other important stats all the way up to Equilibrium level 4, while hopefully getting some pretty decent 5-star relics along the way. And keep in mind, you're not gonna have 0 5-star artifacts. I just turned level 40, and look, I've got a couple 5-star artifacts here just from doing the Echoes of War weekly. And if they have a good main stat, this one's attack, it's not too bad. You should just level this up and have it hold you over until you're able to get like really cracked 5-star artifacts, because the base stats on these guys, ignore the substats. I'm just talking the attack stat. On this one, the HP stat, they scale really well and they will carry your characters until you get better ones. This goes for 4 stars too. You should be leveling up 4-star relics with good stats just to hold you over. Relics are so important for giving your characters a ton of stats. Level up relics. So as for what relics to farm, I recommend trying to get a good 4-piece set for whoever your best and favorite DPS character is. For me, I'm going to be trying to farm this quantum set for Zila while I'm on my way to level 50. So I'm going to be chipping at it, trying to get Zila a really good 4-piece set of this one. And if I get lucky with this, I'll start working on Dan or Serval, grabbing them a really good relic set. So long story short, yes, you can start farming relics, but do not neglect your character levels, light cones, and traces, or you could even try to completely hold out until Trailblazer level 50. Don't worry, this won't be a very long section. More of the same. Character levels, traces, light cones, get them up, stay on top of them. They're very important. But now, relic drops will have a 50% chance to drop 2 5-star relics instead of just 1. So you can start farming for whoever you want, wherever you want, whatever set you want, because at this point, your account should be a lot more self-sufficient, your units should be strong, and you can start building who you want. But of course, I do recommend getting the relic sets for your DPS characters first, or just your favorite characters. Relics really are the strongest buffs you can possibly get to your characters in these types of games. They multiply your characters' power and stats by a ton. I know they're annoying. With the RNG, you could get crap rolls, but at the end of the day, you gotta do it because that is how you're gonna get the best of the best characters. Homies, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you guys want to do me a big favor, come by my stream on Twitch. I'm streaming all the time over there, so come drop a follow, hang out with your boy. Okay, I'm streaming Genshin, Star Rail all the time, and I've been saving all my Stellar Jade, all my passes for Silverwolf when she comes out. You're not going to want to miss all those crazy warps, going for her, maybe her light cone if we get lucky. Of course, leave a comment down below on any other tips you want to give to some Star Rail players that I might have missed in this, we'd appreciate that. And massive shout outs to the patrons supporting your boy, Zick, Caldo, Cloudy, Ken, everyone else on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for helping me and my girlfriend try to make videos full time for y'all. You guys rock. Love you guys. And hey, shout outs to you. Okay. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.